It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it's all up next.
Let's go, man. Let's do this.
At the convergence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers, we're the football town of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, at Acrisure Stadium. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Hewitt, Arcade Scott, and Brock. You can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're underway from Pittsburgh. LaVisca Chenault to return it. Good looking return here, and he's got room. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. And leading them out, someone who's still the pride of Wyoming University and Fireball, California. One of the league's best and biggest arms, Josh Allen.
We've seen a lot of big arms come and go in the NFL. Few translate that talent, though, into stardom, quite like Josh Allen. It's fun for me on the college football road when I ask these young quarterbacks who they idolize, who they look up to. And just about every big guy that can run says the same thing, Josh Allen, because that skill set is so tantalizing. A player who can rip off a highlight reel play with the pass, and just as easy with the down in just about any situation.
Escapes the pocket. He can run it. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Motioning him from the slot right. First and 10. Here's Allen. Complete to Shakir. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First out of the game for James Cook. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down. Again, it's Cook. He's driving forward, but won't get beyond the line. Hit applied by Keanu Benton. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with third and long.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Here he is on third and long. He's on the move. He's running for it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Bills first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Brock. It's a new set of downs at the 27. Throwing now on first down, Allen. Got a man, Palmer has it. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Cole Holcomb there on the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket, and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Shakir in motion right. Second and 4. Just caught 9-yard line. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. Scores! Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills finish up an excellent opening series. It's a James Cook touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Bass now to kick this away. Cordero Patterson now to return. And following up as he gets the return to the 30. So here are the Steelers now, taking over for the first time. They're led out by one of the game's most tenured veterans and most decorated quarterbacks of all time, Aaron Rodgers.
I think it's safe to say, Kate, Aaron Rodgers may be one of the most polarizing figures in the NFL, but there is nobody that will question his ability to spin a football different than everybody else. Just ask his receivers, tight ends, running backs, anybody that's ever played with him. He elevates their game, and he often elevates his own game to an MVP kind of level.
Rodgers throwing to start it off. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We spend so much time talking about an offense and how they script their first 15 plays typically. But how about that defensive coordinator, that head coach? Heck, every player on that sidelines, you couldn't script it any better. Well, other than maybe taking the ball away, creating a negative play, creating a sack, creating offense now behind the chains, that's exactly how you're looking to start.
Another try following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. So the Bills going with a dime package now on 3rd down. Looking out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Christian Benford has it. So the turnover, Brock, is in turn turned over after pass interference on that play. So the drive continues after that pass interference call. We've got 1st and 10. Off play action, Rodgers. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. It's out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
It's Johnson on 2nd down. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
All right, it's a nickel set for the Bills. 3rd down. Rodgers here off the play action. He has the first over the middle. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers pick it off and give points on the ensuing drive. So Sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Chris Boswell for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers tie this game 7-7. Now Boswell on to send this away. Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Here comes the Bills offense for their second drive of the game. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Man in motion, headed right. Play action now. Allen. Catch made right side by Coleman. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup up 11. And that's good for a Bills 1st down. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. From the shotgun, it's Allen. This ball's caught by Palmer. And they make the stop, I'm going to say about the 37-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Motioning him from the slot right. Looking from the gun, it's Allen. Complete to Coleman. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Allen. He's got this complete to James Cook. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Minka Fitzpatrick in on the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. He's sending left out of the slot. To the air again, Allen. Coleman with the grab. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you've got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Putting a receiver in motion. Now Allen going to the air. Buys time, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And that sack gonna cost him some yardage.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
They held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. It's Allen. Flushed out of the pocket. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take a 2nd quarter lead. Josh Allen, the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down. Didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, brought the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind. But you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down. And when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Bills break that tie and now lead by 7. Bass now to kick this away. Patterson now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
All right, here we go. Second down. Trying again, following the sack. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
3rd and long, Rodgers. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. The Bills set to take over offensively. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
And that type of start, well, you wanted all 17 games of a season, but you're lucky to get it more than once.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Allen now on 1st down. Finds him over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. The Bills with the football. 2nd and 3 now. Back now, pressure on its way. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. And no luck on his first look at the game. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception and just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized the pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Allen on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st and 10 from the 41. Allen gonna throw again. Connection made to Coleman. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. To throw again, it's Allen. Short pass brought in. And they take him down right along the 30. 2 yards on the pickup. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
First and 10 now from the 30. Again, Allen to the air. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 23. Connection made to Shakir. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they work quick. The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. It's a 34-yarder from that right hash. Amendola able to put it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
I know, you always want to finish drives in the end zone, but no matter what, the important thing is they end in some kind of points. And that's mission accomplished there.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Here comes the final play of our first half. Throwing it just before halftime. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw some strong work from James Cook in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. With that, the two squads are headed out of the tunnel. So let's get you back out to Kay Scott and Brock Eward.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Pass now to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Rodgers will look to throw. Catch made by Austin. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They go counter. It's Johnson. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Tackle made by Cole Bishop. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
Simply nowhere to go on that counter play, Kate. Backside defenders took away one side, and they overwhelmed the blocking right in the middle.
On 3rd down, here's Johnson. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. Defense holds yet again, and now it's 4th and a yard.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
The Steelers set to punt it. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And this one skips out of bounds and will be marked inside the 30. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Catch made right side by Coleman. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. From the 34. Someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Patrick Queen in to pick it off. And the Steelers get the football back with great field position there at the 36. Well, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception.
We know that no lead in the NFL is safe. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. How many of these games so often come down to one possession in the end? With a half of football left, you just can't give away too many gifts in too many possessions.
First down, ball at the 36. From the shotgun, Rodgers. And this is scooped up by the Bills.
Hey, Kate, these last few minutes make me want to look away. A really rough series of events here for an old retired quarterback to watch.
Wish you could see him up here. All these turnovers not doing it for you, partner?
Well, the interception, I mean, start there. But immediately then fumbling the ball right back over, that's none too good either. And they know they just fumbled away a critical opportunity.
Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Straight ahead, here's Cook. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Darius Slay with the stop. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 43. Got a man, Palmer has it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one hits for 30. And that's good for a Bills first down.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind them, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know it's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
to the 5 before going out of bounds.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. To the air again. Allen bails out of the pocket quick. This time they're going to get there and then drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. A very short kick here from the right hash. Amendola able to put it through. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time that he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Bass now to kick this away. Patterson now to return it. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. And their defense held up after that fumble. Only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them. Get some points of their own. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. He's got to gain a 6 there. And that's Gregory Rousseau who cleaned up that play. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
We're working a couple of yards past the line. Ed Oliver there to make the stop. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On the ground again with Johnson. And he'll get it up to the 44. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
First carry for the versatile vet, Cordero Patterson. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
From the gun, Johnson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Only a yard on the play, and that takes us to the end of quarter number 3. Third and just 2 to go. Here's Johnson again, and he's brought down for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
4th and 3, drive on the line. They'll go for it, Rodgers. He finds it beyond the marker. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I know these D-ends love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
2nd and 10 now. Gets this one to Cordell Patterson. And this one does not go far.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. This is Johnson heading right. He gets the 1st and more inside the 20. And he's finally taken down the 7-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Okay, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. But you've got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
1st down from the red zone. He's on the move. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Rodgers here off the play action. Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Rodgers here from the gun. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers now within 1 score in the 4th. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the upright. And the Steelers get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. Ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now it's Cook. found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Shakir in motion right. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
Allen now on first down. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And now they face 2nd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Shakir in motion right. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Flushed out of the pocket. Steps up and he's running with it. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm. Especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep it moving forward.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Shakir in motion right. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Bills leading by 6. Offense set for a 1st and 10. This is Cook. And he'll knife his way through for a pick of a 4. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. Second and 6 coming up here. Again, it's Cook. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. Extra man in the secondary for the Steelers. 3rd down coming up. Man in motion here. Back to throw. Great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Big moment for Tyler Bass here. It's from the left hash, 33 yards. Amendola able to put it through. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
Bass now to kick this away. Patterson now to return it. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. They've got first down from the 31. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Finds Woods. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk with a nice 21 yards. And that's a Steelers first down. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. To the air here on first down, Rodgers. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Rodgers to throw. Finds his target, Patterson. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
First and 10, gotta score immediately here. Only one timeout left, and that clock winding down. Again, Rodgers complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. Caught by Fryermuth. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. The Steelers use their third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Down 2 scores, no timeouts remaining, long odds ahead of them. It's first and 10. Throwing once again, Rodgers connects with Johnson. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running. Throwing again, it's Rodgers. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. All right, one more snap to play here. One final shot here. Incomplete. Well, they kept trying. They kept taking shots to the very end. But now we have reached that end. This one's over. So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road. Well, as they celebrate to the boos of the home crowd, I'm sure you're having flashbacks, buddy. It's got to be music to their ears, hearing those fans voice their displeasure.
It is so sweet, Kate, when you win on the road for a couple reasons. Yeah, I do remember. I remember silencing those road crowds. There's no better feeling than to hear, those boos and those cheers and all that noise just silenced because you beat them in their building. You know the other great sound? The plane ride home. Those are some of the greatest memories you have to celebrate that road victory and a whole road trip home to take it all in.